Israel has vowed the complete destruction of the Hamas militant group, and it continues to pound targets in the Gaza Strip, and misery continues to grow for the dense population residing in that area. Concerns are mounting over a worsening humanitarian crisis for Gazans. Multiple explosions were reported overnight in Gaza. In the last 24 hours, Israeli strikes have demolished several neighborhoods. Entire neighborhood has now turned into wasteland of rubble. As per figures provided by Palestinian Foreign Ministry, more than 22,600 residential units, 10 health facilities and 48 schools have been destroyed so far in the Israeli retaliatory strikes. The death toll on the Gazan side has climbed to 1,100 and over 5,000 are injured. Hospitals in Gaza are overwhelmed and are also experiencing shortages of drugs and supplies. And while war in Gaza rages on, violence has also risen in West Bank. At least 27 Palestinians have been killed in clashes with Israeli security forces as Palestinian factions call on to join the fight with Hamas. Meanwhile, the Gaza Strip has plunged into darkness. Israel has blocked water, electricity and fuel from entering the area, as it has warned to tighten the siege until Hamas threat is removed. As troubles grow for Gazans, pressure is also mounting on international stakeholders in the conflict. Many nations have sided with Israel, and question here rises that on their silence on Gazans' misery. US State Department was asked about the conditions of Palestinians. However, the spokesperson seemed to dodge that question. Listen in.
Let me just speak to this. Number three, some of the questions I'm getting today do seem to ignore the fact that Israel just had hundreds of its citizens killed, people who were taken hostage, and pretend that Israel shouldn't be able to conduct any kind of. Let me just say, shouldn't you asked a question? I will answer the question.
Okay, that's my question.
So I'm going to start by answering the previous question that was interrupted. I will say some of the questions seem to pretend that Israel should not be able to conduct operations to defend itself and hold accountable the terrorists who killed civilians. Those terrorists launched this activity knowing that there would be retaliation, knowing that Israel would have to defend itself as any country did, knowing that it would lead to the unfortunate loss of civilian lives by Palestinians, and they did anyway.